book of Exodus. Whoa!
We have finally left Egypt and now on to our next volume, Wandering in the Desert. So many lessons to learn when we're going around in circles. But before that, in case you missed last week's class, here's the quick version. The final plague for Pharaoh's stubbornness was the death of Egyptians' firstborn sons. However, the firstborn sons of the Israelites were spared when the angel of death saw the blood of the sacrificed lamb on their doorposts. The angel of death would pass over them. God used the blood of the sacrificed lamb as a reminder that there must always be bloodshed or sacrifice for sin, because the price of sin is death, and only the shedding of blood can replace it. So Moses leads the Israelites out of Egypt. They crossed the Red Sea into the Sinai Peninsula. Remember God's 3 promises to Abraham in Genesis? Well, God didn't forget. Here, God made a similar covenant with His people with a whole lot more details. Most important is that He will be their God and they will be His people. Remember how the Bible is divided into the Old Promise and the New Promise? We can also see it as 2 kingdoms. The Old Testament is the story of God making a physical kingdom called Israel. The New Testament is the story of God making a spiritual kingdom, a place where we cannot see or touch, but where everyone can be a part of. The last part of Exodus is about God giving a list of the instructions to His people, but the most important of all is the 10 commandments. And the most important commandment is the first one: you shall have no other God but me. But the children of Israel broke their covenant with God when they built a baby cow and worshipped that as their God. Yet, God forgave them and gave them a second chance. Exodus closes with the building of God's special tent, the tabernacle, where the presence of God fills the most holy place and God could live among His people again. Join us next week to find out more about the holiness of God and how we must be holy before Him.
Remember to register for our Zoom Hangout and Zoom Huddle classes every Sunday at 11 a.m. for the full episode.